Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Disrespect Disc Golf. This is Peace River. Some of you guys recommended me check this out. Here we are. I'm stoked. Let's get right into it. What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am at Peace River today over in Lakeland. This is actually super close to Holloway Park. So all of you Lakeland locals, a lot of you said for me to check this place out, Peace River. Apparently there's a lot of layouts out here. Today I'm going to do the reds to the blue. So that's like short pads to the long baskets. There are like a bunch of layouts on U-Disc, but I think there's like at least 4 layouts that you can do. So today I'm doing short to long, red to blue. Seems to be like the most popular on U-Disc from what I've heard. First time here, I've never seen the course. Gonna play it blind and give you guys all my thoughts on the course. And then I'll give it a rating afterwards. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, I am super stoked to review this course today. Again, I'm playing the short pads to the long basket. You can see the blue one down there. It's about 266 par 3 to start off. Kind of a tough line. Obviously you got this first tree right here, which you don't want to hit. So I'm gonna go forehand, I think. And then you got some other trees up there that are kind of in the forehand line. So even though it's a short hole, 266, definitely got some danger off the bat. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try one backhand out and then we'll do a forehand after, see if it's good or not. 2 shots off the top here. First thing I notice, these tee pads are nice and big, very wide as well. I like that. Didn't see where that finished, but might be a little bit right. Maybe pin high. Second shot, I'm gonna go Rapture on a forehand here. This is like a destroyer, kind of. And that's great for the short basket. A little bit low. Looks like I'm taking my first shot. I'm surprised to see my disc right here. I had pretty much given up on it once I saw it turn, but you guys probably saw on the camera that it landed here. Probably got a kick out, birdie putt. Did not warm up. Normally I would make that putt all day. That's what happens when you don't warm up your putt. That's what usually happens to me. I just kind of get out of the car and I just go right after it, you know. It was like a 15-footer. So a little sad to not start out with a birdie there. But again, I did get a good break from that drive, so kind of fortunate to even have a birdie look at all. Fortunately didn't capitalize, but hey, it's not a bogey. All right guys, hole 2 here, Peace River. That's cool. I like the logo with the peace sign as the V. Hole 2. Par 4, it's less than 400 feet, 378. All right, I just ran up there and took a look. It really does clear out. Like it's all just like this short grass once you get past those trees. Gonna go with my arc here. If nothing else, I think that's actually an easy birdie there. Yeah, easiest birdie of my life. I've got maybe a 90 or 100 footer for the eagle here. Nope. Tapping birdie. Not missing this one. I like this hole a lot. Even though it's 378, it plays more like 420 because you just have to go so high on the drive to clear those trees. All right guys, hole 3 here. It's a par 4 to the blue basket, 603 feet. Yeah, the fairway's kind of over there on the left. So I'm gonna throw something on hyzer and just let this turn and get some distance and coast to the right. Going with my Glow slingshot from Goliath Discs. This thing bombs if I get the angle right. Too flippy. But that's right in the middle. I'm gonna throw a second one for fun here. Oh, that is the shot, yeah. Channel Mulligan. I landed here, my second shot. My first shot cut rolled and just went into the long grass like 2 or 3 feet in there, like 50 feet back maybe. Basket is underneath that tree, low hanging limbs. Gonna do a forehand. This grass is kind of long, so I might not get the best skip. I'll see what I can do here. And go Calvin Destroyer. Just missed the branches. Not exactly far enough, but it didn't hit anything. Probably have like a circle's edge putt. So far, guys, I'm really liking this course. I really like how there's these defined mowed fairways, really penalizing rough. Obviously, that's not fun when you throw your disc in there and you have to search for half of your round, things like that. We've all been there, but it's very, very aesthetic. It's kind of like tucked away from the road as well, so kind of back away from a lot of people, although there are a bunch of trucks and businesses and construction over there. But so far I am like pleasantly surprised with how nice this course looks and plays. All right, no more mulligans, just straight up play. See, that mulligan off the tee didn't even matter. It's a par either way. All right, hole 4 at Peace River. Another par 4 to the blue, 486. It looks like you want to be kind of left off the tee, and you go up a hill, and after that the basket is straight on. So from this perspective, from the tee, the basket is a little bit left, so it pays dividends to kind of push left off the tee here. Gonna go with my Goliath Shepherd, similar to a Wraith, maybe a hair more stable. Oh, and it got a flare left. Nice. I'm glad it had that little flip on it right before that first tree, because I was a little worried about hitting that one. Flipped up a tad and then immediately started to fade. Got a nice skip, and I might have an uphill run up from there, so we'll see how my footing is. But as far as like location off the tee, from what I know, playing it blind, looks pretty good. I also wanted to mention real quick, from talking to one of the guys that's a local here in Lakeland, from talking to him on the phone earlier, this place has a potential of maybe not being around soon. Apparently there's a lady that has a bunch of horses and she's maybe looking to buy this land, or at least half the land. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but for now I'm grateful to play it while it's here for sure. Maybe it'll stay open, maybe it won't. Nobody knows, but I'm glad I can at least have a chance to play while it's here. I'm gonna go Goliath Chainbreaker here. See if I can get this there. Give me a flare. Oh man, I'm deep actually. Maybe I should have gone mid-range there. Oh, I'm actually right here. I thought I was in the long grass. Here we go, not too deep after all. Thank you for catching. 2 through 4. So far this course is playing pretty easy from the shorts, which I like, because when you have long grass and some hazards like this that can really be annoying and really bring into play bogeys really quickly, it is nice to have a very scoreable course as long as you hit your lines. So I like that a lot so far. All right guys, we're on hole 5 here, par 3, 300 feet. You can see the orange basket straight through there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Orange is straight, 242, and then the blue is farther tucked left. So you gotta just do like a hyzer and miss like 20 of these pine trees in the middle of the fairway. So kind of a tricky line. It's just really a poke and hope hole. Not a whole lot of skill involved in getting a birdie. It's just kind of like a luck hole. Not sure how I feel about that. I think I'm gonna go Shepherd again, put on hyzer, put it high, see if I can get the distance right. I missed that one, missed those. Oh, and I hit one. See if I can get clean on this one. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that's down there. A little bit left of the basket, actually. My disc almost found its way to freedom. I think I hit the last one Now I've got a low ceiling. I can't even make it with that. Oh man, good bid. I do like that this hole will have stroke separation in tournament play, but once again, I mean, there's not really much skill. It's pretty much just luck if you hit the gap or not. My other one went over here. Pretty good spot. And that's what we call a player 2 solo bird. Hole 6 at Peace River. This one is a par 4 again, 570 feet. So far, I think there's been, I want to say 3 par 3s and 3 par 4s. And I also heard there's maybe 1 or 2 par 5s on this track. I do really like this hole so far. You got to hit this gap, push it straight for a while, and then maybe a late flip at the end. Also great for a power forehand player. I'm going to try to throw my grace, a little bit of hyzer, flip it up, and then it should turn right at the end. Oh, I turned it. It squeaked through. Oh, last second it kicked me back left. Okay, not the worst spot. Birdie is in play still. All right, landed in kind of a tricky spot. Basket is just through those pine trees straight ahead. Don't have much of a run up here. But I think the hyzer's kind of the play. Can't tell how far it is though. I think I'm gonna go with the shepherd on hyzer, see if I can push the distance. Hopefully hyzer's back enough left. Tricky shot though. No. Oh, good tree kick actually. All right, there's a couple things I learned about this course so far. Number 1, it's very scoreable. Number 2, distance is not the problem from the short pads. It's really just placement off the tee. Because you can have a shot like I just did, easy to carry the distance, but kind of pinched off, have to throw something creative. 2 under through 5, let's see if I can sink this and see if I can go 50% birdie rate, keep that alive. Just over the top, and that's got it. Player 2, just another humble par. Hole 7, par 4, only 417. This one's a must birdie. I don't care how many trees are in the fairway. 417 feet, gotta get it. You throw something pretty dang straight, or I could go on the outside right and swing it back. I'm gonna tone down to a mid-range and then just let this thing flip up and fly. Like that, yep. Oh yeah, late flip, kick back to the middle, ideal. Okay, the basket for the blue one is just past this skinny little pine tree. Tricky shot, honestly, if I didn't hit that tree, it would have gone more left and probably given me a better opening. I think I gotta get kind of tricky and do a forehand turnover over the right stuff, have it pan back left at the end. Very technical shot. Maybe this hole is not a gimme birdie actually. Here we go, nevertheless, glow pillar. Oh, baby. Oh! Perfect execution, let's go. Just kidding, it's a must birdie hole. That was an awesome shot. I love when I have a shot in my mind and I can just see the flight path and then I do exactly that. Like, that's one of the most rewarding things in disc golf to me. Okay guys, very straightforward hole here. Hole 8, 250 par 3. Maybe plays like 260, slightly elevated on the hill. Right there, little gap shot. The only thing you can really hit that's gonna block your path is like a long mossy limb from one of those trees. Gonna go with my Gloasis Covenant. Flippy putter, slight hyzer, let it flip and ride. Oh no. Well, that can also block your flight path, I guess. Well, that really sucks. I really wanted to count this one as a mental birdie. Remember what I just said about having a shot in your mind and executing it? I did the exact opposite on this shot. Okay. Yep, stress-free. online. Nope, I'm not good at those. I'm not Simon Lizotte. All right, unfortunate par, 3 under through 8. Would like to see if I can get 9 under through 18 and birdie half the holes. A little behind pace right now, but I think I can do it. This course is definitely scoreable enough to get half the holes. All right, so somehow, when I threw my 3 putter up shots to the green there, I kind of putted the first 2, then I did the Simon Lizotte throw. I looked for 20 minutes, that disc is gone in the long grass. I don't know where in the world it went. I looked through all the grass. It was like right there on the edge. I looked through everything, looked behind. I don't know how that's possible. I barely threw that. And that's what happens when there's long grass like that. Just disappeared. Hole 9, 328 par 3. You can see the orange right there. It looks like the blue is farther past that, and it might kind of go downhill, maybe slightly to the right after that. But see if I can hit this left gap on hyzer and try not to black ace the orange basket. Going grace here. Oh, I turned it. Well, it's in the open. If the basket's over there somehow, that would be great. But if not, it should just be an easy pitch up for par. Okay, well, the T sign was wrong because the T sign said it's basically straight on from the orange. I'm glad I shanked that. Oh, wait, no. Wait, yeah, that is 9's basket. There is another blue basket over there. That's weird. But this one says 9 on it. Huh. That's kind of where I was thinking it might be. But nevertheless, I'm pin high right here. Yeah, this is 9's basket. All right. I thought the basket was going to be on the other side of this long grass once you get to that short grass over there. But now I got a birdie chance. Praise the Lord for shank jobs, man. That worked out pretty well. All right, 4 through 9. We're back in contention to get half the holes. Get the next one, I'll be 5 through 10 right on track. I feel like those types of things are kind of inevitable whenever you play a course blind, because, I mean, yeah, I thought that was a shank and it turned out good. Sometimes it works out in your favor, sometimes it works against you. But you're gonna kind of have that the first time or two you play a course that's brand new to you. All right guys, hole 10 here. This one's a par 3, only 264. You can probably see the orange right there. The blue is gonna be directly behind this big, tall pine tree with that giant shrub. So you just kind of play a forehand straight and let it crash right at the end. Distance not really a problem, it's just kind of making sure you hit the gap and then fade right. Gonna go Calvin Destroyer here. Hurry. Okay, I didn't really give that any height. I was kind of hoping to just push that straight like this high in the air and then fade right. But I should be maybe circle 1. Also, if you guys are locals, anywhere around Lakeland, Claremont, Orlando, places like that, Central Florida, welcome to my channel. If you've never seen any videos before, this is your first time tuning in, glad to have you guys. Please leave a like on the video, helps me out. I'm about to start making money on the channel, so that's exciting. And I'm gonna be doing plenty more course reviews like this in the future going forward. So wherever you are in the state of Florida, hit me up, DM me on Instagram, or just type below in the comments. Give me some courses that you like that I should go check out. I may have already been there, but if not, if it's somewhere new, I'll definitely take time to check it out. Almost wondering, I should have maybe just gone like fairway driver forehand, like my chain breaker. This was good. Still can be good if I make this putt. This is to go 5 down through 10 here. Dang it. Wow. That's a rare player 2 highlight that does not go in with confidence. 4 through 10. All right, hole 11, par 4, 475. You can see the orange straight out there. The blue is gonna be farther to the right. Kind of goes up and into the woods for the last 100 feet of the hole. Yeah, this one is I would say a must birdie. There's nothing in the way. The upshot to the green is the only like place where there's gonna be trees and you might have unlucky breaks there. But as long as I can push something out left, let it flip, and go back to the right, we'll be looking good. Gonna go with the Wraith this time. Ace the short? No. All right, that's fine. I'm a little bit more left than I would like, but that may actually open up a hyzer to the basket. All right, somehow I landed here. Must have got like a friendly rollout from the long grass. Really close to the short. The long is just through there. I'm gonna go forehand straight ahead. Probably like 120 out. Yep, that'll work. All right, this to go 5 through 11 here. It's in. All right guys, hole 12 here, par 3, 277. For this one, the blue is actually the shorter basket. So, and then the orange is a par 4, longer. The blue is straight ahead. So straight putter shot. Throw it as straight as you can. Ceiling's a touch low, but 277 should have that in the bag. I'm going with my Clash popcorn here. Yeah, 25 feet. This chalk bag is just smiling at me. Okay, unfortunately I have to straddle out here. Unless I straddle this way. This actually could work here. Yeah, there it is. I'm back to half the holes, 6 through 12. Eagle alert, hole 13, par 5, 708 feet. There's kind of two fairways as you can see. The blue basket goes down the left one. So, man, 708 par 5, easy birdie. I'm gonna see if I can throw some big shots. It only has to be 350, 350, and it's an 8-foot putt for eagle. So, really gonna go for that on this hole. I'm pulling out the big guns, going slingshot, 13 speed. Turn. Sit. Okay, I'm like just on the left edge of the fairway, like maybe just barely tucked in the long grass on the left side, but that was at least 350. Shout out Bird Sauce. Love this liquid chalk, keeping my hands dry. No more sweaty fingers. It's really hard to get aggressive from here. Gonna go big hyzer with my Wraith. If the wind helps it, I could get there, but unlikely. I like that a lot though. Carry. You know, that's gonna be probably a 60 or 70 footer for the eagle. I feel a lot of pressure on this putt. This is for eagle right here. All right, for birdie. At least I secured that. Would have been cool to get the eagle. I definitely could have got it had my first drive been in the fairway, but I even still almost got the eagle from that awkward second shot in the rough. All right, hole 14 here. Crazy, crazy tricky, and also kind of short. This one, to go to the blue, just goes up this left fairway, kind of a tight little tunnel, and then directly to the left. I'm gonna go with this chain breaker, throw it as hard as I can, flat, hopefully push it right enough, and then it's just gonna absolutely go way hard to the left. The only thing I can't do is release this early or release this on hyzer, because I could hit this first tree, or I could just be in the woods, very short, and that's not gonna be good. You could also try a spike hyzer, but there's some limbs kind of blocking that from this tree. So here we go. As long as I can hit the gap, this will skip left and be parked. It caught some cabbage as it skipped. If it got through, it's gonna be like almost parked. If it didn't get through, probably a 30 footer obstructed. That sucks. Too stable of a disc. Didn't quite do it for me. The corner got me. I gotta go high with this pillar to save this par. Yep, that'll work. All right, little tap in here for the par. I was about to walk up and call it a tester, but I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna change my mindset. It's a tap in. You know, trick yourself into think it's an easy putt, and then you're more likely to make it. Welcome to hole 15, another par 3, 261. If you see kind of that big tree up there, it's just to the left of that. So play something straight with a little finish, and you'll be looking pretty. Only 261, either mid-range or maybe fairway. Gonna go with this weapon from birdie and hit the gap. See if I can get myself a birdie. Like that. Hopefully I didn't skip too big. Regardless, I think I'm C1. That makes sense now. That's why I didn't see the disc finish. It's because it's perched up on the hillside there. Easy birdie. All right, we got a park job. I was anticipating this getting like a flare skip, but I didn't see it flare from the tee, so it caught this root right here on the ground and then just landed there. So thank you, Mr. Root, for the birdie. 8 under 315. We're on fire right now. All right, guys, hole 16 here. Coming down the home stretch. Sitting at 8 under par. 3 holes left. Let's see if I can get to double digits. That'd be really nice for my first time here from the shorts. 295 par 3, straight ahead. I'm gonna go with my Glow Redemption 5502. Put it flat, maybe touch Annie. Let it kind of drift right and hopefully sit next to the basket. A little bit of a tailwind as well. Should be a good disc as far as the distance here. That's exactly what I had in mind. Go in the basket if you want. Oh! Oh, what a shot. Pin high. All right, really good shot here. Trusted it, and it did just what I wanted. A couple feet in front of the basket, so not quite an ace run, but it was close. There we go, 9 under 316. Smoking. All right, guys, we're on hole 17 now. Par 4. It's gonna be 5-5-5. So ideally, it looks like this one goes straight for a little bit and then to the right. So there is a ditch, maybe about 250 feet, 275 straight ahead. And then after that, it kind of just bends diagonally to the right. If you see that palm tree, the short basket is where the palm tree is. Long basket's farther right diagonally. I'm gonna go back to my Grace here, throw it on hyzer, let it flip, hopefully kind of carry right. Oh, I burned it again, wow. Okay, not great. This is gonna be tricky. I don't have much of a run up. I'm going downhill. Basket is that way. So I'm gonna kind of power down on this slingshot. Headwinds, it'll flip and turn. Just gotta give it the height and give it a chance to get close to the basket here. Okay, that was way, sorry guys, phone's overheating. It was way left to where I wanted it to go. It did turn, but it was just way too far left from the get-go. I needed to kind of push it straighter, higher, and then just trust the disc. But up and down par, no problem. All right, here's a good look at the baskets now. There's the short by the palm tree, and then the long. It's just up there. I am somewhere in the shade down there. All right, just kidding. I went past all the shade, and I somehow am pin high for a 70-foot birdie look here. And player 3. Why not? All right, 18. Final hole here at Peace River. Thanks for watching, guys. This round has been an absolute blast. Minus the 85-degree scorching weather. Par 3, 305. Dead straight, bends a little bit at the end to the left. The short one is just like a spike hyzer to the left, but the blue one is a little bit farther. So I'm gonna go with the mid-range, maybe put on hyzer. This is a thinner rim, so as soon as this hits the ground, it's not gonna flare big to the left. It's just gonna kind of scoot forward more. So that's kind of the key here. You don't want to come in really hot and skip to the left. You kind of want to be pushing forward as you're skipping in order to access this basket. Goliath Redemption. Oh, that might be great for... we'll see. That was not exactly what I wanted to do there. That is what I wanted to do. Oh, dang, I thought that was perfect. All right, guys, all comes down to this putt right here. See if I can shoot double digits. My first time here. Got probably 55 or 60 feet here. Ugh. A little meat on the bone for the par here. Okay. Don't want to finish with a bogey. I'm pretty sure that was a clean round though. Bogey free. I don't think I ever got a bogey. I think I saved all my pars when I had the chance to. Whew, I am beat. Good track, I will say, good track. Thank you guys for watching the video. This course was a lot of fun. I do think that I like Holloway just a little bit better. I think I gave Holloway 4.5 out of 5, so 9 out of 10. And here for Peace River, again, I didn't play the longs, so I can't rate those, but for the shorts here, red to blue, you know, I'd probably give that a solid 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. I think Holloway's a little bit better, but I mean, this place, 2 pads and 2 baskets, 4 different layouts that you can play. I had a blast from the red to the blue. Thanks for recommending that, if that was you. I know a couple of people had recommended this layout, and I really, really enjoyed it. Had a blast out here. Yeah, I almost shot double digits, but I got half of the holes out here, 9 out of 18. Pretty good. I think it'd be fun to come back and do the longs, although that would be very, very, very exhausting. This place wears you out. This place and Holloway, both very long courses just to walk. So if you're gonna come out here, bring a couple waters, maybe pack some snacks, maybe lunch, because you're gonna be burning some calories out here, whether you play short or long. It's very, very tiring and taxing, but nonetheless, great course. Not the biggest fan of Prodigy baskets, but they are decent baskets. Yeah, great tee pads, great signage, easy to follow on U-disc. There's also like little signs everywhere on the course that make it easy to follow in person. Yeah, highly recommend this place. If you do come to Lakeland, check out Holloway first, and then check this place out second. Only knocks to this course would be long grass, and you know, very, very tough finding your disc once they go in there. I probably spent close to 40 or 45 minutes total looking for discs, second and third shots in the long grass. And the other knock to it would just be how long it is, and you're gonna have to take 2 to 3 hours of your time to come play this course. So if you have the time, come play it. If you don't have the time, check out another course. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Like, subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.